All right, guys, welcome back to another 117 Industries video and Master Apprentice podcast. Yeah, you guys see the title, the thumbnail. New Halo game announced. We kind of knew about this beforehand, heard lots of rumors, leaks, and all that kind of stuff, but it's finally here. Halo Championship Series is live in Seattle for the weekend, and day one they made this big announcement. So there's 2 trailers we're going to watch. There's technically 3, so if you want to watch all 3, go to the official Halo YouTube channel. We're going to watch 2 of the 3. So we'll start with the first one.
According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. They call it Halo. They believe that Halo is some kind of weapon.
What sort of weapon is it?
One with unimaginable power.
Chief, you gotta find the cartographer. We'll keep him busy as long as we can.
Fire Team Charlie, we're on our way.
Touchdown! Hit it, Marine! Somebody order a warthog.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here.
Lock and load, rock and roll!
Give them hell, Chief.
So there you guys have it. That's like the official trailer. It's called the Silent Cartographer trailer. And we'll kind of find out afterwards why they have it, just that. But then they have another like round table review, which gives some kind of insight from the devs and the designers from the actual game at Halo Studios. So we're gonna go ahead and watch that as well.
Halo Campaign Evolved is the next project coming out of Halo Studios. It is the ultimate Halo CE campaign remake. It is coming to Xbox, PC, and for the first time, PlayStation. It'll be arriving next year. To talk more about it, we've got Dan, Max, and Greg from the development team. Guys, let's get into this. Why is this the right game for right now?
We did this work on Halo Anniversary. I felt like there were certain things that were left unsaid. There were certain things that we weren't able to achieve at that time. There were certain things we weren't able to do.
It's a great time to revisit Combat Evolved for new players, for established Halo players, and maybe even for old friends playing on different hardware today, to allow them to play together and enjoy the franchise together again.
Going back to the Halo ring again for the first time.
For the first time is really important, and for them to be surprised by new content and feel like excited again about exploring the ring world.
For new players, this is the right time for you to jump in. Think of this as your introduction into this huge franchise we've been building for the past 25 years.
I'm curious how you're going to focus on capturing the essence of the original, knowing that you need to evolve to kind of move the experience forward.
Yeah, from design, we don't take that lightly at all. Whenever we make a change, the number one thing was to be true to the original game.
For every one of those topics that comes up, there's someone who is incredibly passionate on the other side saying we can, like, that is sacred. We do not move that crate.
It's really about looking across, what we've learned over the years, what technology we've built, and how we can tie that back into this experience.
So in this game, up to 4 people can play the campaign together, regardless of which platform they're on. And then we're kicking it old school. We can play 2-player co-op on consoles, on the couch together, just like we did back in the original. What do you have to do differently to account now for 4 people running around?
For different co-op counts, we will make some of the spaces larger. We also want to make sure we're authentic to the encounters themselves. So it's a balancing act between that difficulty tuning and making those encounters the right size for the right space.
I understand that we've done some special tune-up works to the beloved Warthog.
We have. There's a new seat, what I like to call the golf cart seat or the bumper seat. This is on the back of the Warthog, so now you can bring everyone with.
Mind if I join you?
Let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite aspects of the Halo franchise. What is a skull? What's cool about it? What does it do?
A skull is a gameplay modifier, generally mean-spirited. It makes the game more challenging for the player.
The combination, the pairing of these different skulls and how that's going to create that new gameplay experience. Huge amount of replay options for folks.
I love the replayability that skulls bring to a campaign. It is almost endless variety.
We have dozens of skulls this time.
The most that we've ever had in a Halo game.
Are you a lasso guy? I think you yourself told me that you don't think anyone would ever be able to complete this game with legendary all skulls on.
I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot. And so if you can do a true legendary all skulls on run, let us know. Because I'd love to see it. I think, that'd be really hard.
If there's one thing that this community has shown us is do not underestimate them, and they will find a way. So Halo's always been known for its sandbox. How has this evolved?
We made sure that anything we included isn't going to drastically change the way the game plays, to change the sandbox in a drastic way, but there's some really fun kind of additions, and that's across enemies, weapons, vehicles, things that in the original CE you weren't able to do before that you now can. You finally kill the elite with the sword. That weapon hits the floor and you can pick that up and just, kind of really take it to the enemy. It's great.
The sound design. All these weapons, by the way, have been painstakingly remodeled, rebuilt, higher fidelity. How do all these things kind of come to life?
That comes across through the way they look, the way they sound, the effects, the actual panels on the weapons themselves, the ammo counters.
With Unreal, the fully dynamic lighting within Lumen allows us to get those effects, right? That rich plasma lighting up and brightening the environments.
Of course, one of the hallmark elements of Halo CE is what becomes kind of a three-way battle with the introduction of the Flood.
There was quite a bit of development between Halo CE and 3 to kind of how the Flood behaved and just how they interacted with the player. So we've pulled a lot of those Flood behaviors into this game.
And I would say this is a learning specifically from CE to Anniversary, which is just kind of that mood, the atmosphere, the tension, the horror, and really delivering on that from the way that we stage the encounters and the setup and how we reveal the Flood.
In Halo Legacy, there were some pure form units. We've pulled in a familiar friend, familiar fiend, if you will, to challenge the player.
Talk to me just a little bit about how we're approaching the narrative aspects to bring it up to the same level as the rest of this game.
We want to tell an authentic story and we want to level up the cinematics from the source.
As we were building this out, we didn't just kind of put a new coat of paint over the original cinematics, right? We ended up revisiting exactly how they were blocked out, how they were sequenced, how they were put together, and we've done that across the board.
We have access to original source assets, original source code, and access to the original storyboards. We are remastering, remixing the music to go along with these cinematics.
We also had the core principal cast come in and re-record all the lines.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine shields?
This really provides a degree of fidelity that we weren't able to do for Halo Anniversary.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
I'm super excited that this game will include 3 brand new bonus missions. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was really important that we preserve the original story as it is. So these missions specifically are meant to be a prequel, a setup for the main course. These new missions are going to offer some new opportunities for character interactions, maybe between Chief and Johnson.
We've got some new mechanics, maybe some new AI behaviors, things that haven't been done before in Halo CE.
I think we're just getting started.
So where are we right now at this stage in development? What can you share with us?
In the past few weeks, we've been able to start engaging and sending builds out to some of our community members.
We can now see so many of the elements of the level really coming together.
There's a point in every game's life cycle where it kind of just comes online.
Seeing really high fidelity versions of the cinematics, elements of the sandbox and encounter tweaks and the lighting.
You go to someone's desk and give feedback live on an experience, and to me that's like a really exciting time in game development.
The ultimate love letter to the game that started it all. I would call upon our entire Halo community to welcome with open arms this next generation of players. I'm excited to just relive these experiences again for the first time.
So there you guys have it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's a crazy big surprise because a lot of people were expecting it, but we really didn't really know in what aspect how much they were going to show. In some ways, they actually showed a lot and explained a lot. In other ways, they didn't really show a lot. I'll say this was all from day one, Friday. So you have to have Saturday and Sunday announcements, right? And they could still be more. Heck, there could be another game announced. You know, how likely is that? Probably not likely, but still, things like that could happen. So keep all that in mind if you're not overtly impressed. But for me personally, I love it. Them showing off the gameplay, I think is awesome, right? It shows how far along the cycle of development that they're in, right? Them explaining the new content, I think is great. I think everyone was overtly in agreement that we needed something different than Halo CE Anniversary, which was just a reskin, a repackaged remodel of the original. This is an actual remake, and like they explained, they redid the lines, redid the music, all based off of the original, but they redid it, they remade it, and in doing so, they were able to critique and in a lot of ways make better. You know, not every fan is going to love every new aspect that they have, right? But I think for the most part, a lot of it's for the positive, right? The new animations, the new sound effects, I think all sound fine. I think obviously the new graphics, I think all look really, really good. There's some things you can maybe make some critiques. You know, for me personally, the Forerunner structures that we see just so far aren't the exact vibe that I got from the original CE. I think the ones in the original CE are more like Aztec, more like Forgotten Civilization alien forward, whereas these are more like sci-fi foreign alien. But still, it looks like high fidelity. It looks really, really good, and I think it's a really good starting spot. I think me personally, super excited about 3 extra bonus missions, right? Prequel missions. CE is one of my least favorites just because it's like, it's good, there's nothing wrong with it, but for me personally, it's like A New Hope in the original Star Wars saga, or Phantom Menace in the original prequel saga. It's like, yeah, it's pretty good, but it's like the runner-up. It's the appetizer for the great stuff to come, right? Halo 2, fire. Halo 3, absolute fire, right? That's what I'm really excited about. And Halo CE is great. But I think it's like, out of all of those, I think it's the bottom of them. So I think this is really just to get fans excited. It's a really great stepping spot for new players to come, PlayStation, computer, all of that stuff. There's a gameplay trailer. If anyone who's interested in more gameplay, they have a 13-minute gameplay trailer for the first 13 minutes of Silent Cartographer in this new engine. So if you want to check that out, it's on the Halo YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think one of the most exciting parts, for me at least, is kind of the graphics. I mean, this is giving us a peek into what Halo 7 graphics will be, and on top of that, I mean, the plasma looks amazing. I know there's like a million things you can take from the graphics. The water looks great, all these things look great, but the plasma is just crazy glowing, which is what plasma is, and it looks so cool. It's so awesome. I mean, the game looks awesome. It feels like they're really trying to, they mentioned they were trying to take the heart of actual CE, so I mean, there's so much they're doing to please the fans that are already there, and they said it in the video themselves. I mean, this is a good, you know, if you've never been into Halo before, this is a good little area to get yourself started. This thing looks great. I mean, it's nothing crazy because it is just a remake of the original CE game, but for the lackluster news we've gotten since Halo Infinite, this is amazing. And how far they are in the gameplay or in the production side of things, I mean, we're seeing full Silent Cartographer, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it is the full mission, but like close to the full mission already released. I mean, this thing looks awesome, and it looks like it's closing production already.
Yeah. For those who weren't aware, at the actual HCS in Seattle, after they announced it, everyone who was there had the chance to go and play what you just saw, the Silent Cartographer mission and the new engine and everything. I don't know if it was the whole mission, but it's pretty much everything that we saw, right? So a lot of it. Again, very cool. Like, is this A plus? Is this going to be perfect on everyone's scale? No, it's not going to be. But I think this is a more positive way forward than where we were before, which is nowhere. We weren't doing anything. So I think that's a good start, right? And on top of that, I think when it comes to remakes and like, redoing a classic, this is by far, an improvement from the last time we saw it with CE Anniversary, like by far, right? And while I like Halo 2 Anniversary, it didn't really add much new content. This is, again, an improvement where they're adding new content, and I think keeping its roots in the original for the most part. And I think there's some things that people are going to complain about, but a lot of that stuff is, you can turn off. For instance, they have sprint. You can turn sprint off. If you don't want to play with sprint, you can turn it off in your settings. It's something that they said and announced there on the panel. The HUD is all different, but if you want the classic HUD layout, you can change that in your settings. So I think that those are two great instances of things that people might not like, prefer the classic. You can change, right? Now, is everything going to be that customizationable, however you say it? Probably not, no. But a lot of it is, and I think that's good. And I think it's a win-win for everybody. For people who want new content, who want a new side, they get that. For people who just want more of the original with new flavor, they also get that option too. So overall, I'm very excited. I can't wait for them to show more, especially like the new content. They're bringing in new weapons from the Halo franchise. They already announced that 9 new weapons from the Halo universe. So they already said, the energy sword, that's one of them. You couldn't pick that up in the original CE, you can now. The battle rifle, the plasma rifle, or the needle rifle, sorry. All those are weapons you couldn't pick up before. You are going to be able to, right? You're going to be able to get on people's vehicles, enemy vehicles, and take over, right? You couldn't do that until 2, right? You get that in CE. You can drive the Wraith now. You couldn't do that in CE as well. So a lot of really cool additions I think for the most part fans are excited about. Again, this isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I think for the most part this is a good positive step forward, and I'm excited about it. When we're going to get it, who knows? They asked them there on the panel live and they said 2026. So I think for sure 2026, who knows when. It's probably not first quarter. It's earliest probably summer, but I doubt that. Probably a year from now, probably fall, like third quarter, maybe fourth quarter, like Christmas. So any other thoughts after before we sign off?
I mean, cross-platform is just awesome. I know that's like something that's been there in the recent 5 years. Like since Fortnite came out, it feels like every game that is releasing is cross-platform. But Halo's been advertised as an Xbox exclusive forever because it is Xbox. Like it's ran by Microsoft. For you to be able to play with someone who plays on PlayStation, this game is going to be awesome, and I'm really excited. That doesn't affect me too much, but that still is just really exciting.
Yeah, that's super important. It's kind of an undertone of the whole thing because we're coming at this as Halo fans. But people who aren't Halo fans, who are PC gamers or PlayStation gamers, this is a huge thing, a huge reveal. I think it's a positive thing forward. It was one of the few things Microsoft and Xbox kind of had still was Halo, and them kind of bringing it on those walls I think is a good thing overall, but it's a big thing nonetheless. And the co-op capabilities, 4-person online, that's awesome. I think that's a necessity for every Halo game. That's my personal experience, but I think a lot of fans share that. Halo, what made it so important for a lot of fans, obviously there's the nostalgia factor, but was the community, right? Being able to play with your friends, with your buddies, late night on the same screen, but also just online. That was super awesome. And being able to do that cross-platform with PlayStation fans for the first time ever is awesome. It's such a great thing. At the very least, that's a huge positive from this announcement. So let us know what you guys think down in the comments if you guys are excited. I've seen a lot of split. I think I've seen more positive overall than negative, which is good. But if you aren't very excited, let us know why down in the comments. Like I said, there's going to be some things that people don't like, but I think for the overall announcement reveal, I think it's a positive. Obviously, it's not Halo 7, which what fans probably wanted, or Halo 3 remake, but for what we get, I think it's an overall positive and a good step forward. So with all that being said, don't forget to hit that like, don't forget to hit that subscribe. If you guys are listening on podcast, don't forget to hit that download and follow, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
I think we're just getting started.